My Canva template bundle. I'm super excited and I wanted to create this video to show you how easy it is to use these templates and what to do with them once you've received them. So first you're going to have received a document, the download link via email. And this is what the PDF will have looked like. So you can scroll down and all you have to do is click on one of these links to get these Canva templates. And if you click on the 40 stock photos, it will bring you to a Dropbox link where you can download any or all of these images. To download these images, you can highlight all of them and just click the download button and it will download them directly to your computer. Okay, let's go back. Now I'm just going to choose one. They're all the same, they're just different sizes. So let's click on this one. And you're going to want to use template. So click on use template. Okay, now you don't have to worry about this because it already creates a duplicate and a copy of the Canva template, so you don't have to worry about making a copy. However, I will encourage you to make a copy for yourself and name the original master. So you're going to want to create here master. Okay, and what I recommend is never to use the master, but always make a copy of the master in order to download, or not download, but make modifications to the templates, just in case you want the original untouched and you want to start from that point. You can again make another copy and work from the copy. That's what I do. And I keep always a master copy, and then I make a copy. That's saying the copy word a lot. But I make a duplicate so that I keep the original. Okay, so for this here, if you want to make a copy, actually, you just go to File, Make a Copy, and there you go. So now let's say you're going to call this, you're creating a promotion for a holiday or a sale that you're having, or you want to create a blog post graphic, anything. You can name it anything you like here, okay? And so what you can do is what I do is I delete the ones I'm not going to use for this specific graphic. So I'm going to remove this, and I like this one. I like this one. So I might keep all of them. And, actually, I'm going to call this blog graphics. And so what I'll do is I'll actually keep all of them. And I'm going to come back to them every time I need to create a blog post and just choose the one I want. So, but for today, what I'm going to do in this video, I'm just going to go through all 10 different graphics and show you how you can modify each individual one. So let's start with this one. So this one here, as you know, the image, you can change the image. So I've got some images downloaded here. So I'm going to change the image. These are stock photos that are included in the membership, and I have them uploaded here. I just launched these images this week, so that's why they're up at the top. Okay, so here we have, let's use this one, and this is going on social media. So let's say this is going on my Instagram feed. I'm going to leave link in bio because I'm going to be talking about my new blog post, my free masterclass, my promotion, anything. I want to lead them to my link in my bio. So I'm going to keep this here. And then, of course, this is your title. You can change this. You can go ahead and change the font to anything you like. You can change the text. You can change the color of this banner here. Right? So you can change it to, these are my brand kits. I use Canva Pro, so that's why you see these here. If you don't use Canva Pro, you can only have 3 colors in your brand kit, but I have several brand kit palettes. So this is why you see so many here. But a little nifty feature that I like is also that it shows the image that I'm using, and it's giving me suggestions for color. So say I wanted to choose a color that may be a recommended color from, like, it's pulling up all the images in the other posts, but say, for example, this one, here are some color recommendations that Canva is giving me if I want to use them. So all I have to do is go to the color and change it. And there you go. So that's how you can change this one, very easy. Now, for example, if it's going to be on Facebook, I don't necessarily want this little corner square, so I'm just going to remove it. And there you go. It's ready for Facebook. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, now this one is a little bit trickier for the image. So as you see here, I'm trying to slide over an image and it's not quite working. So what you have to do is click on this layer. It's the half, what would you call this? Half triangle of image. So I'm going to move it down a little bit to be able to modify my image. And actually, if you like it here, you can leave it here too. So let's just say I want to use this image. You see how when you bring it here, it doesn't work? You really want to go up top where it's going to allow you to move your image in. Okay. Oops. So here we go. Okay. Now I want to move her a little bit in. There we go. And you know what? Maybe this image is not really perfect for this square, but maybe if I change the size of my image, it will be better. So let's go like this, move it in a little bit. There we go. I like this better. So now again, you can change the color of this. I'm going to just use some of my branding colors. I'm going to change the text color to white. For the purpose of this video, I'm not going to change the text, but you can do that. This is small. I'm going to make it bigger. Let's do 18. There we go. And I'm going to change the color of this a little. There we go. Now, if you want to remove this because it's not relevant, just hit the little garbage. And I'm going to move this back up. I'm done with the image layer. Now you see how it's a little bit lighter than what you see here? It's because I went ahead and changed the opacity. So you see how you click on this little grid thing, but I'm going to bring it back. There you go. Maybe I want it at like 90. There we go. So that's something you can do also. Now I'm going to bring this back up because I liked it corner to corner. And there we go. My graphic for this example is done. All right, so now on to this one. This one is pretty straightforward. You can just slide the images in. Double click on the image if you want to move it around or if you want to change the size, okay? And then let's just bring this and this. Okay. Now maybe I wouldn't necessarily use these images. I would play around to see what looks good in these squares and all together. And then of course you can go in and change the text. You can change the font. You can change the color of this box and the color of the border. Okay. And of course you can leave this or remove it, depending on if it's going on Instagram or on Facebook or where you're going to be incorporating this. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Again, this one is pretty easy to play around with. So let's do this photo. Again, you can change the color of this, change the font color, change your text, change the size. And then if you want, you can move it around and center it. You see that purple line in the middle? That means I'm centered. If you didn't want this here little box around it, you could remove it. Or you can go back and like so. if you want to do something and you're like, oh, I don't like that, I liked it better, you just hit go back and undo what you've just done. Okay, so this one is pretty easy to modify and change. Again, any of the elements you can, of course, move, you can change them, or you can remove them. So this one here, let's say I want to make it bigger. You want to make sure that you click on that little box and not the text. Okay, so you want to make sure you click on that little box, and I'm going to make it bigger, but it's not center anymore. So I'm going to, sometimes it doesn't let you move it, like I'm not able to move the box. What I do is I go on the outside, I click on the outside, okay, and then I go back to my box. And when you see this here little thingy, then you can move it around. So I want to put it in my center. There we go. So now it's in the center and center. Okay, and now my text is probably not center anymore, so I'm going to go and bring that into the center. There we go. Excellent. So that's how you can do that. Okay, let's move on. Again, this one is really easy. Let's put this image here. Maybe I'll put this one. Oh yes, this one's better. I'm finding it's small, so let's make it that she's a little bit bigger in the image, like that. Now I would necessarily put a face behind my text, but for the purpose of showing you this example, maybe we can use this image. You can play around with different images and see which one looks best. Here, that one looks good. Again, you can change all of the different components, remove or keep the link in bio. And here, this is a layer. And again, it's your opacity. So it's at 74 if you want it lighter, or if you want it completely white, that's okay too. And that's a way to do it. There you go. Okay, let's move on. This one again, really easy. There's nothing super special about this one. It's all the same elements that you've seen in the previous graphics. This one here is a lot of fun. If you choose that you don't want these elements, you can remove them, right? Hit the garbage, remove it, put it back. You can also change the colors. So you see the 3 colors here. So let's say I'm going to make them. So you have to go and click on the little square here that you want to change. So yellow, then let's change the white one to green, and this one, let's make it pink. And then the background, okay. And you can do the changes to this one the same way. Now, I want to change the color of this background. So first, let's change the images. So here you can go and you can just slide in some of the different images, right? There we go. So that's how to change the images. You don't want the logo there, feel free to remove it. And then you can, if you want your logo, upload here a PNG file if you want it to be transparent. So mine is down here. And by having a PNG, this is what you'll see. So this is a logo that I have. You see the back, there's no background, you see? So I'm going to remove this one. But here we go. So let's say I want to add this one. See, it just shows you this is a PNG file, and you can put it anywhere. Now, if you're bringing it over a photo layer, it's going to try and put it in the photo. You don't want that. So just move away from that layer and say we want to put it, I don't know, down here. Okay, I'm not going to now, but I'm going to go get this one. And I like it here, but I'm going to change the size. And I liked it the way it was a little bit sideways. So I'm going to go to this little circle thingy, and I'm going to change it and then move it up a little bit. There we go. Perfect. That's how you add or remove your logo. Okay. Now I still want to change this layer color. Oh, it's locked. Okay, so if this happens, this one here is locked. So if you want to change the background color, go click on the little unlock button, and then you're going to be able to change the background. There you go. So let's just do a light gray. There we go. And of course, you could change the text fonts and color and size. So that's how I modified this one. All right. So moving forward, this one again, super simple, easy to change, right? Just the photo, the text. Okay, same here. This one is easy. You can again change the image, change the text, change the color of this little border, change this one. Okay, now this one here is the last one, and it's a little bit tricky, but not too much. So you can make the same changes, change the fonts, right? Change the color of the box, remove it if you don't want it here. And then for changing the image, you're gonna want to go into this here little space. I know it's not a lot, but let's just say we want to bring in, these are all images that are included in the stock photo membership. Some of them are included in this bundle, but let's just use these ones. So you see, if you bring it to the middle here, it doesn't work. You really got to bring your little arrow to the side. Okay. And if you want to modify the image, like say I want to zoom into her, you're going to have to click here and bring, there we go. Now you see how it's bringing it up here? I want to crop this back to how it was. So I'm just going to bring it down, and you can modify this however you like. If you wanted, you could make it a full-size image also, or you can bring it down under the title a little bit. And then if you want to move this image around, double click on this little space and you can move it up. There you go. So that's how to change this one here. This last one, it's a little bit tricky. If you'd really got to pay attention and click on this here little space. Yeah, I mean, if you're feeling frustrated about that and it's not working, you can always move this here little box. So you click on the white lines, and then there we go. I'm going to move it away. Then I'm going to have a little bit more ease playing with this image. And then I'm going to bring it back. And now the purple lines are going to tell me when I'm centered again. There you go. Awesome. So I hope this video was helpful. And as always, if you have any questions about anything, please feel free to contact me at email info@stockbyjules.com, and or if you're friends with me on Facebook or on Instagram, if you follow any of my pages, feel free to DM me as well. That also works. Thanks again. I appreciate that you've purchased these graphics, these templates, and in photos, and I cannot wait to see what you're going to create.